Hey guys, welcome to Epic Cars again, and we're going to be working on this Jeep today. Any day you get out into the shop, cut stuff, create sparks, and weld, that's a pretty good day, I would say. Stay tuned. Today I'm working on the 53 Willys here. Going to be taking off the old exhaust system and just doing a little tweaks here and there. It's the first time I've had it on the lift, so I'm going to get to kind of inspect the underside, make sure things are all in place and looking right, tightened up. I noticed a little bit of when I'm taking off in first gear, just a little bit of slack. I don't know if it's my axle rotating or maybe it's just a drive shaft, but I'm going to look into that. And then new exhaust is coming on. All right, so like I said, I'm out here in the shop. I'm just kind of taking a look at it. This is essentially my assessment phase. I just purchased this. I've gone through, I've washed it, I've cleaned out the interior, taken anything out that I think I didn't, wasn't going to use, and now it's just kind of looking the vehicle over and assessing it. Is it drivable? Is it safe? Is there any major issues that I need to deal with? And thankfully, so far, I have not seen anything. There's a couple of little things here and there. Had the battery die on me earlier, or actually the entire car, the entire Jeep died on me earlier, and I thought it was an ignition switch, but it turns out it was just some of the posts were loose, specifically that one right there, and then the cable going down to the starter was a little bit loose and had corroded and things like that. So that cable right there, that black cable going down, so I took everything off, cleaned it all up with a wire brush, and man, she started right back up. So thankfully it wasn't an ignition, because I started taking it apart and it's way up underneath the dash. But this is a little Buick V6, and it was transplanted in, probably around 25-30 years ago. Here's a little better look at everything. So again, Buick V6. I forgot the cubic inches. I'd have to go back and look. I think it's a mid-70s transplant. I don't exactly know what the donor car was that it came out of, but it is a torquey little engine. I really enjoy it. It's got a Rochester 2 barrel on the top there. Nothing fancy. It does have true dual exhaust. The two batteries set up, so I've got a deep cycle here and then a regular right there that starts the vehicle. The deep cycle's for the winch, so it's got a really big, I think it's an 8,000 or 9,000 pound Warn winch on the front. What I loved about it is it's this old style of Warn winch, so it's got that good period correct look with the big gear on this side, so I really enjoy that. But overall, man, this thing is just really solid. No rust. I got underneath it. There is little, just a little bit of surface rust, but other than that, it's good to go. You've got a few little sections on the paint, just where paint kind of chipped and it's got a little bit of surface rust. I went ahead and wire wheeled that down just to kind of get it ready. I think I'm going to try something new on this Jeep. I'm really have been interested in doing Bedliner and doing it myself, and so there's a good chance I'm going to bedline this entire thing. Don't know, that's a little ambitious, but I think I'm going to. And specifically, what I wanted to bedline was the interior. So want to get to the back there and get all that bedlined, and then get the floors bedlined. But as I mentioned in my intro, it's got a 2-speed transfer case. It's got a full roll cage in it, aftermarket seats, power steering from that was swapped in from something. It even has a heater, an auxiliary heater. It's even got a radio. This little thing right here, and I apologize if the light is bad, but this is a cool little deal right there. I've never seen anything like it, but basically it's a manual throttle control that you can screw in or screw out. So it's basically, if you're screwing it in, it's pulling the throttle back, and if you push it in, if you screw it in, it lets it go. And then there's this red button that's an emergency stop. So if you're rock climbing and you just want to have your foot on brake and clutch only, and you just don't have enough feet to be able to get this going, especially when you're off-roading, you can idle this up manually and get it to stay there. And then if you get into an emergency situation or you just need to throttle down quickly, hit that button and it takes it back to idle. It's kind of like an emergency stop button. I was really Like I said, I've never seen anything like that. So kind of a cool little period correct, I think. I don't know. Something that rock crawlers have on their Jeeps today, I'm not sure. I've never really been into that scene very much. So I'm going to be adapting this back tire carrier. The tires that are on it now are 31 by 1050s. They're a little bit too deep for this bracket that the previous owner had put on here. So I need to bump this bracket out probably about that much or so to be able to clear the tire. So that's easy. I can fabricate that. And then this goes through and locks it into place. It already has these little brackets built in, and I assume these are for jerry cans. So this tire carrier, like I said, I think it's got these little brackets there for old style jerry cans, so fuel to keep on each side alongside your spare. It was made, it looks like Valley Independent Inc. in California. So again, kind of an older piece. Functions really well, and I think it's going to be able to take the weight of the tire and the jerry cans because it's got a little bit of structure support over there on that other side. Seems to work good. So what I've done is I've went down and actually I bought this at Harbor Freight, this jerry can, but you'll notice it's a little bit different on the bottom. It's more rounded and it doesn't have the lips. I've got an original USA Army one, and you can tell it's got that lip on the bottom. So here's a good look at the comparing both. Here's the one from Harbor Freight, here's the old style one. So you can see this lip that's underneath the original kind. This one doesn't have that lip. And so if I pick this up, and guys, I apologize, I'm filming this on my phone, so I usually do it on a camera, but just kind of felt lazy today and didn't want to go in and get it. So what's cool about this little lip right here is it just sits on and it holds that jerry can quite well. You can tell right underneath there. So it just basically sits in that channel, and then it's got some sort of strap or lock or something that goes across here and goes in there. I'm gonna have to research that a little bit more, but I want to use these newer jerry cans because a lot of these typically that I find are all rusted out and they got crud inside of them. So I'm gonna adapt it to use 2 of these jerry cans. But first things first is I've got to get the tire carrier figured out to where I can figure out, you know, once this tire is up here, I can get the measurements to where both cans will fit on the side of the tire, and you have good clearance to get to anything. So that's kind of a rundown of what's going on. Today's exhaust. So what I've done is, that's the old exhaust. You can tell right there, it's old, it's junky, it's rusty. It was very quiet. Really, I was kind of surprised at how quiet this V6 was, but with those mufflers on it, you know, it was just quiet, and it kind of exited right there behind the rear wheels, right there on each side, no big deal. So what I did was I went to cherrybomb.com, I don't know if that's the website, but Amazon.com, and ordered me a couple of cherry bombs, 12 inchers, little shorties. Went ahead and cut off the existing exhaust system, went ahead and painted it with some high temperature exhaust paint, got the cherry bomb installed, and then I just did a little simple turn down, kind of pointed out towards the tire on each side, and man, it sounds a ton better. So here we go. Let's see if I can start a Jeep from standing outside while holding the camera. Start right up. That sounds a lot better, a lot meaner. I'm really impressed at how this little gauntlet sounds with an open exhaust system like that. It sounds pretty mean. Let me give it a little bit of, let me give it the beans, see what happens. Here we go. All right, so what's nice about buying from somebody local, the guy who sold this to me, great guy, good car guy, has had this Jeep for a really long time and just realized he wasn't going to do anything with it. And so, I mean, he was even nice enough to deliver it over to me. I didn't even have to go pick it up. Him and his wife just brought it over to me. I'm still wearing my safety glasses, so safety first, everybody. But what's nice about buying something off of an individual, and especially a fellow car enthusiast, is a lot of times they'll throw in the extra parts and things like that. So that's essentially what you got here. I've just got boxes of just extra stuff. Taillight lenses, bikini top, half doors, winch controllers, radio. I mean, I've just got an extra mirror, one of the old style military mirrors. So just stuff like that, man, you know, all that money that you don't have to spend to fix up a car, it really comes in handy. He went ahead and, as you can tell, you know, he's put new rubber on it. It's real nice all the way around, and overall the Jeep is in great working condition. So I'm excited about this project. I'm gonna attempt the bedline thing on it. I don't know. That's a new thing for me. I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm gonna take a lot of stuff off of it to make that, you know, to do it right. But I think I'm ready to try it. All right, so here is the product that I'm actually going to be using on this Jeep. I ordered it again. Good old Amazon came through, as they always do. Ordered this on Amazon, and it's called Custom Shop Custom Coat. So it comes with the actual product itself, comes with hardener. I went ahead and ordered this separately. It's an Etch Primer that I'm going to go ahead and spray on anywhere where I put the coat itself. I only got one can, so I'm probably going to obviously have to get more than that, depending on how much of the Jeep I do. And then, of course, it comes with its own gun, which was nice, and it's set up specifically for the viscosity of this product. There's also some other stuff in here. Looks like some other hardener, just a smaller version. So I don't exactly know when I'm going to try this project. I've got, you know, I want to get things just working on the Jeep, fix everything that I can, and then work on the aesthetics of it. So mechanically, that's, you know, I'm going to try to get all that done first, and then start looking at the aesthetics of the vehicle. Although I think it looks really cool right now, I just really want to try that bedliner. If you got any comments on the bedliner stuff, if you got any suggestions or opinions, you know, should I do the whole thing? Should I just do half of it? Should I do the top half and leave the bottom painted, or vice versa, or, you know, something like that? I'm definitely going to be doing the interior. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the seats and do the entire tub on the inside. Again, not a lot, really no rust, that's just dirt. But just a little bit of nicks and scrapes and things like that on the original paint. If I say that's original, that's not original paint, but on the original restoration paint job. And so I just want to make sure that the inside's good and clean and rock solid. So I'm going to go ahead and coat the inside, the entire, at least from the rail down. I'm probably not going to do the dash, but the floorboard, and then these wheel wells right back here inside of the tailgate. And then I'm going to make a decision on exactly what am I going to do on the outside. I'm really itching to do the entire thing. Just shoot the entire vehicle in bedliner. I think that would be cool. It's functional. It keeps it from getting scratched and all that good stuff if you take it off-road, because that's what I want this vehicle to be used for, is a true off-road vehicle. This isn't going to be a daily driver. This isn't going to be something I'm, you know, going back and forth to the store in. I mean, you could, but this is going to be a purpose-built off-roader. And so I think putting that bed material on it all the way around it, I think is going to be a pretty good improvement. So give me your thoughts on that, comment below. And then while you're at it, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and give me some likes. I'd appreciate that. Again, a 1953 CJ3B is what this is. And I'm really looking forward to this project. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll keep you updated over the next few weeks as we continue to dive in the Jeep project.